Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. We are live from Project Rubi-ka. Yes, indeed. Anyway, I'm just doing some social medias in the background. Fear not, you are not missing anything. Takes but a moment. He says, taking far more than a moment, because social media app slow. Haha. Right, okay, I think that's worked. And one on the Discord for good measure. Oh, two on the Discord. Yes, I have my own Discord. Not that I do anything with it, but there you go. I do muck about on it a little bit. Yes, I do. Right, let's go to the live screen and get into game. If you look closely, you can see the tan lines. Right, okay, we successfully completed the key quest, didn't we? Why, yes, we did. I don't remember having that in my inventory, yes. Last stream, did I? Oh, it was in my HUD, wasn't it? Yes, of course. Alright, need to make a bit of room. Yeah, proper low B. Let's get rid of that. I'll put that armor in there. Because it's not horrible armor. It's, you know, might not be exactly what we want. But, yeah. Put those in there. Ghostmaster, good evening. Ungoliath, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Set affinity. Oh, wait. Two CPUs. Two cores, not one. Bit smoother. Actually, let's do 2 and 3, not 1 and 2. Just because. Yeah, I think the 1 and 2 is maybe one of the faster cores. Follow the trail of evil. We've done it all, haven't we? Or is this? Oh, this is when the quest carries on, or something. The Duckyard, welcome to the stream. Right, so we want to go to Remains and south, yeah. More predator hunting. Right, for those that were able to, did you watch the eclipse just before the stream? Watched it here. Managed to get a couple of photos on the mobile. I couldn't find the bloody battery charger from the DSLR camera battery, so I couldn't take my DSLR out and get some decent pictures. So I pulled the ND filter out of my camera kit and just strapped that to the mobile so I didn't burn out the sensors, and managed to get a few pictures. That was it. Wasn't we didn't have total eclipse here. It was like 90-something%. But you could see the light change and the birds and everything just go quiet. It's quite an eerie sort of thing. Last one I saw was in August, but it was August. God, 1999, I think. Yeah, it depends where you were. Like Spain. Got a full-on one. Oh, you want to go? He wants to go. I don't. Maybe I can outrun him. Yep, he gone. Oh. Oh my god, is it the same guys as last time? Yep. Nope. Someone else. Okay. I'll leave them to it. I'm not going to argue about it. Yeah, at 90 you definitely see it get dark. You definitely get that, ooh, something's, yeah, and it's not like the normal light you get at dusk. It's kind of green, has a green tint to it, almost. Yeah, last time we saw one, it was closer to sort of lunchtime as well. So the difference in brightness was a lot more noticeable. Yeah, so I was outside for an hour just enjoying, you know, the spectacle. I mean, I've got to face it, the next one we see in the UK, I probably won't be around for. It's like 40 odd years from now. I'm like, I'm not sure I'll be here, you know. Being realistic, maybe, maybe not. Don't know, do you? Modern medicine might keep you around for a bit longer. Difficult to say. We won't know yet. Yeah, so I thought I'd kind of make the most of it. I mean, you could there's an eclipse every year somewhere. Several times a year somewhere, you know. It's whether or not it's overhead for you on your place on the globe. I love to see the flat earthers explaining everyone getting a different eclipse at a different time of day with a different amount of eclipse. I'd love to see how they explain that one. That must take some massive mental gymnastics. It's like all the videos I've seen of these flat earther guys trying to prove it, you know, they always end up proving the earth is round and go, oh. Well, it's not even round. I mean, it's not like a perfect sphere by a long shot. It's quite a lumpy thing. But, you know, broadly a round lump. It's an oblique spheroid. So it's more like a satsuma than an orange, but not quite as flat as a satsuma. Yeah, so I got a couple of pics, but nothing. I really wanted to use my 200mm telephoto and, you know, and all that. And I was like, oh, shit, where's my charger? I left the bloody batteries in the camera. They're flat as a pancake. You know, I waited till the last minute to check. Then I spent 30 minutes rooting around. Where did I have it? Why haven't I left the charger in the back, you know, the backpack with all the camera gear in it? Oh, well, eBay or Amazon, just get a new charger. It did make me tidy up my desk a bit. Not a lot, but a bit. This is good. If these guys are all... oh, God, there's someone else here camping. Damn. It's another shade. Who's higher level than me? He looks like he's got the blood-soaked cloak of dishonor, but you can't wear that at that level, so I'm guessing it can't be. Yep, not trying to steal from the guy. He's obviously doing that. They're up there, this guy's down here. I mean, I feel more for him. He's a shade trying to get his gear, you know. Yeah. That's the thing with these bloody mobs, is they're the only 8 mobs in the whole of Shadowlands that drop the armor. I'm going to go with the other guys who's using an MA and an MP. At least, you know, I kind of feel like, well, that guy's a shade trying to get stuff. You know. X10 Scion, welcome to the stream. I noticed I put a different size or different type of t-shirt on today. I don't know if you guys can see the tan line. I've got about 8 Burgers t-shirts. They're all the same size and shape. And I was like, oh, didn't I put that one in the wash? Oh, well, they're all going in the wash today then. And put on a fresh t-shirt, not noticing that this one's slightly shorter sleeves, and went, oh, tan line's great. I'll tan that other inch of my arm. Ay. So tomorrow in Britain, a ridiculous political figure with stupid policies is standing for re-election, having resigned as an MP to avoid scrutiny in his own constituency. And he's quite likely to win his seat back, because he picked that constituency as the most likely place that would elect him in Britain. And the second he does become re-elected, if he becomes re-elected, the investigations into his dodgy £5 million bung from a crypto bro, and then lobbying the Bank of England to reduce restrictions on cryptocurrency like the next day, come back under scrutiny. Which will probably end up with him being sacked and another by-election. But the guy he's up against, his biggest competitor, is a comedian with a bin on his head called Count Binface. The fact is, it's possible he could actually lose to the guy with the bin on his head, who actually has policies. I mean, the policies sound silly, but they're not unreasonable. A 99 ice cream should cost 99 pence. Croissants should only be made with butter. Just, silly kind of stuff like that, but very likeable. And it's a bit sort of rock, scissors, paper, stone in this situation. So you've got your serious politician in the middle. Someone that well, I want to do these things, but I have to do it within the framework of the government and all the other stuff that happens in the country. And then you've got your populist who promises to change everything drastically, makes all these grandiose promises that they've got absolutely no hope of fulfilling, but it gets them votes, so they go with that. And then you get the absurd, which is, Count Binface. And it is like rock, scissors, paper, stone, in that the absurd can sometimes beat the populist. And it would just be so funny if he beat him. That would end him politically, I think. Next time he starts griping and complaining and sowing division, people say, oh, shut up, you lost to a guy with a bin on his head. Like all the bloody Preds up there are gone. Can't see our dudes. Oh, well, let's wait and see. Yeah, so it would be quite funny. I can't vote because I don't live in that constituency, but if I did, I 100% would be voting for the guy with the bin on his head. In fact, if there was a general election and he stood, I'd probably vote for the guy with the bin on his head. Probably the sanest one out of all of them. Hoggerman, welcome to the stream. Blindio, good evening. Good to see you. So once more, onto the brink, we are trying to farm a bit more Predator armor. I would really love the pants, circlet, and some... they're not sleeves, are they? They're like armbands, but I really would like some. I do have some IP to spend on Shade. Agility. Sense. Defense. I'm kind of maxed there. Not maxed on dodge range. We could put a lot into run speed. But we could also do quite a bit in concealment. Maybe get some sneak attackage on the go. Either way... I think beer o'clock has arrived, so I'm getting a beer. Yes, I am. Right, back shortly. Arms are the only bits. Oh, do you want some boots, Blindio? I've got boots. Got spare boots if you want some. Somebody likes me. Who was it? Oh, okay. A tiny bitty.
A tiny bitty less than 3.
Shade is 201. My NT, my next highest at 36. Oh my god. Yeah, so you kind of focused on the shade then. Would you even want Predator armor at 201? I mean, really, it would be ideal armor for a temple twig. Is there anything better before like 150? Not really. Well, yes, but not on PRK, I don't think. Oh, I'm sneaking. How effective is my sneak then with 300? Yeah, on PRK. I don't know. 18.4? Difficult. No, not enough sneak attack. Not enough concealment. Do shades get concealment buffs? I can't even remember now. 18.4, did they get them? I'm trying to think. Quick look. Proof Prowler. Does Prowler give... Yeah, 80 to concealment. So a little bit from that buff. But I don't think Shadow in the Night. Ah. Cyberdeck, yada yada yada. Concealment 750. Yes, but that isn't on this server. So I don't know. Yeah, there's only that one, so we haven't got it on 18.4 rather. Damn. Oh, agents can buff concealment. Yeah, it was trying to remember if concealment buffs were a thing for Shade on, you know, on this server, because this is a server based upon 18.4. Yeah, there's only two things I can do with the Predator boots. One is give them away. Number two is swap them for a different part. On live, if I made this character on live at level 50-ish, which is title 3, they'd be in a full set of Predator armor because I've got a bag full of it. You know. Purple Sky, welcome to the stream, by the way. Yeah, so, yeah. I just blew a level of IP in there. Peer pressure, Peter. Hello, Carlos. How are you? I'm very good. AI armor, yeah, is the other obvious, which again doesn't exist on this server yet. One day. Not today. Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, some AI armor would be nice. And I would probably have a set of quality 75 or quality 100 or something in a bag somewhere. On live, I probably do. I just don't have it here. Double cover. That's a multi-melee buff that I have, yeah. Just gotta get something else to do. Well, yeah, maybe. What Anarchy server are you on? Project Rubi-ka. If you want to know how to get all set up, then yeah, there you go. So link to the main server and also a link to the guide video on how to get everything set up and everything. So if you want your, you know, different skins, etc. So if you want DovTech Dark Edge that I use, it is my preference. Etc, etc. And then I did do one additional video that helps with stability on this server, called Stabilize PRK. So there's that one as well, but I haven't created a link for it. Oh, I would show you, but I have to fight. Command coming. Yes, I need to create one. I mean, it's still not 100%, but it makes the difference between crashing 6 or 7 times in an hour to crashing maybe once in 2 hours, which is clearly more desirable. I should have probably put into Dimash, actually. Never mind. Nothing today from that one. What was this? This is level from 50. Offensive proc. Possibility of inflicting damage. And then this one, ritualistic, is... also does damage, but does less. %, for damage, 35. Yeah, so it could dot the NPC versus this one, ritualistic grasp, which has a 25% and does damage 50. Go with that one for now. Evasive stance. Adult death 50. How long does that run for? A whole minute of a fight. Pink goggles, no clue. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Are you strictly PRK, or do you ever go back to the other servers? Very occasionally. Just insane. Yeah, the kind of thing with the live servers is they've been just left to rot, essentially. So exploiters, hackers and whatnot have just been left to run riot. The duplicates on GMI are just driving up prices to the ridiculous. And it isn't that I need to buy anything or that I don't have the money to survive. I absolutely do. In fact, I could sell Grace and have a couple of trillion credits, but it's just, it shouldn't be that way. It's just bonkers that they just let it go that far. And then, as well as that, the competitive side of it, like the Note Wars, these exploiters using software called AO Sharp, it's been reported to Funcom 100,000 times by now. Possibly a smaller number than that, but you know what I'm saying. If someone attacks their tower field, they don't defend it, except by crashing the playfield the tower field is in with that software, thus resetting the gas on their towers. So there's never a fight. They're just completely wrecking the game and not being held to account for any of it. It just makes it a bit of a shitty environment to play in. Sorry, but it does. I mean, I could log into live now, I guess, and we could check the prices for a Grace on GMI. But they're astro-bloody-nomical, you know? Space Quest! Welcome to the stream. And for those of you who know and love him well, yes, Arc Space Quest is the Arc Space Quest on Twitch. I have validated his identity, having known him for like 20 years plus. Did you watch the eclipse, mate? Did you watch it? I went, oh, I got my DLSR out and everything else, and went, oh, fucking, oh shit, I left the batteries in the camera. You should never do that, by the way. Anything that runs on batteries, never leave the batteries in it if you're going to put it away for a little while, even a few days. And that's what I did. And it is my batteries. I use Canon cameras. I've got loads of nice lenses and stuff. And I fucking left them in it, so I got it out. These are dead. I'm going, where's the charger? Why haven't I left the charger in the backpack that's got the camera, the battery pack, and all the lenses in there? So the only thing I could do was get the ND filter, which is this. Screws on the end of a lens, and it's adjustable how dark you make it. It's called a neutral density filter. Very useful for bright situations. So I then had to get that and a few excuse me, hair bobbles, strap them to the front of the phone to hold the neutral density filter onto the phone so I don't burn out the sensor on the phone, and try and take some pictures of the eclipse with the phone, which, you know, that's the lens on the camera phone, okay? Right. That's all the glass you get. Okay. Let's examine the difference. here is a telephoto lens. Look how much big. That's what you're pulling light in through. So I couldn't take a bloody picture with it, could I? Gutted. So why the fluff I didn't put the damn battery charger in the same bag as the camera, I have no idea. I must have taken it out to do something and then forgot, and then I've put it somewhere and I can't find the damn thing. What can you do? I did get a couple of pictures, but compared to what I could have got, if I'd have checked a couple of, like last week, I could have ordered a new charger for a tenner on eBay or Amazon or something like that, you know? Always away. Yeah, it's my own. If I'd have left the batteries, so that's the actual battery there, okay, and then you get two with the camera, and then I've got a twin battery cell pack that screws on the bottom of the camera, and then you put that in, you've got a lot more battery life as you use the camera. That last time I took it out and used it, I think it was when we had the Northern Lights, and I left it in the camera. Oh, so annoying. I could have set it up, put it on a tripod, even set it into movie mode and recorded stuff, and oh, so annoying. Only have myself to blame for that. Yeah, so I don't know. You're further south than me, so you would have seen a greater eclipse effect. I think it was about 90% here by the time you get to London. I think you're at about 94, and then Spain, they were at 100%. So like they got the complete, ring around the sun. In shit in Norway, yeah, but it's further north, isn't it? So it depends. Sometimes Norway gets an eclipse, and by the time you get to Britain, there's nothing to see, really. But we got about 92 to 94% here. And you get that weird darkness that's not the same as dusk, because if you don't know this, the sun is actually kind of green, but it's filtered through our atmosphere. So we see it as yellow, but it's actually kind of the sun itself in space is kind of green. So when it got to like 90 odd percent, so when it was at maximum coverage, so the moon cast in the shadow, the light dims like it's dusk, but also becomes slightly green as well. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Norway got less for this one, but it's going to be. We'll continue to get these at least for a couple more million years. We're just at the moon has been increasing the orbit it has around the Earth constantly since the creation of the Earth and the moon. Back in the time of the dinosaurs, the moon was much, much nearer. Tides were like colossal compared to now. But when the moon went in front of the sun at the time of the dinosaurs, it just went dark pretty much everywhere because of the distance. Whereas right now, during the time of mankind, the moon is the right distance from the Earth to be the right size to block out how big the sun looks in the sky. It's just one of those magical, eventuality. Eventually it won't. Eventually it'll get smaller and smaller, so if we're here in 100,000 years, the moon won't quite work the same way as it does now. Tides will become weaker and weaker, and yeah, interesting. The Earth will also become slightly more rounded than it is. Be less of a, what is it called? An oblique spheroid or something. So it'll become less and less like a Satsuma and more like a football. A real football, not an American football, which is a rugby ball. American football is handball. It's a version of rugby with armour padding and lots of extra lines and shit added to it. And then you've got Australian football, which is different again. In New Zealand, they've got a completely different variant of the game again, where they've got you stand in squares and kick something around about the size of a netball. I think, what do they call it in the US? Netball. Oh yeah, they call it basketball. But you have to get out of the square and pass it to someone else who has to get it out of their square. I don't know quite how the rules work, but New Zealand has its own kind of version of it as well, which is interesting. It's quite a ruthless game, apparently. Friendships have been destroyed over that game. I don't quite know how it works, though. Gaelic football is a thing, too. I think something like... Ireland has the hurling. They have the hurling now, which is similar to hockey, but 10 times more violent than hockey. If you can imagine any game more violent than hockey. Yeah, hurling. Give me a sec. Oh no, yeah. Ireland. Hurling. Have a look at that. And yeah, just watch any clip from any game, male, female, whatever, and tell me that isn't more violent than hockey, because it is. Yeah, like ice hockey is pretty violent. Australian rules football, also quite violent. But hurling is bloodshed. It's gladiatorial, you know? Anyway, back in a sec. More beer! Pink goggles, no clue. 450 note and frags watch streak on 100 stream watch streak. Thank you, very big. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, it's gaily sporting. So you're not completely wrong either way. Yeah, hurling. Ah, did you see the hurling? Yeah, they only needed 4 ambulances. Yeah. Big man force jeebers. Dude, welcome on in. Now you've looked at hurling. Yeah, you can see what I mean. It is slightly more violent than hockey. Ice hockey at that. Yeah, it's a pretty vicious game, to be fair. Big Man Force, how the hell are you doing? I haven't seen you for ages, dude. You farming pred armor? Yes, yes I am. Very, very slowly, because drop rates being what they are. Doing okay. I've got spare boots. I've got chest, gloves, and boots, and spare boots. That's the sum total. Getting the itch to make a video. Well, make one, my dude. Make one. Am I in the right? Yeah. Okay. I need pred panties. I need pred leggings. That's what I need. Yeah, I've been waiting for part 27 of the next thing that you want me to do the narrator voiceover for. We last saw Bebop bepping along. Blah, 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 blah. Doing in real life stuff. Yeah, that sounds cool. I'm telling you, dude, you were onto something with that Bebop thing. The droid. Yeah, you were totally onto something with that. People latched onto it. I don't know why, but it caught people up. Bebop. I'm not doing the droid. I'm not a Foley artist. I could maybe do it. I don't know. I wanted to merge it with Shang Nagar. Well, you know, dude, you gotta go with the creative flow. You know, gotta go with the flow creatively. It will take you places that will surprise you, entertain you, and school you, you know? I complicated it too much. Puts down joint. Oh, well, Yeah, things get real complicated with that. But look at the games that have been made off the back of it. Control, Alan Wake 2, the next Control game. There is no way in hell those guys were not stoned off their gourd when they made those games. Or wrote the script for the storyline for them. I love those games, man. The way the world unfolds is like, yep, this is exactly that dream I had where I was in the house I lived in when I was 4 years old, but when I go through this door, I'm in the house that I live in now, but everything's upside down. It's so tripping balls, man. Yeah, it's wavy. Yeah. It is absolutely one of those. What you do? I'm making the sandwich. Why is it this big? Because I want everything I want on it, man. Well, don't at me. no, we get through here. We pull the cord 3 times, ring the bell once, then we set the clock to go to the... Dude, 100% they were tripping balls when they came up with all that. Yeah, if you don't know the games I'm talking about, they're absolutely, I think, excellent games. Alan Wake, scary, but cool. Interesting storyline. Control, which, if you play the DLC as well, leads into Alan Wake 2, where the two stories kind of meet. And also awesome Nordic rock music. And of course, I approve. Running through the ashtray maze in Control with the music playing was just like peak. Peak gameage. That was like seeing the lobby scene from The Matrix back in 1999 for the first time. Rage Against the Machine playing. The slow-mo, the East Asian cinematics and everything else. Oh, man. I bet they drug test the devs these days. Yeah, they're like, you're not stoned enough. Here, take a hit on this and get to work. I think that's how that company work. And Neo wakes up in the first Matrix. When I first saw that, I was so high, I got scared. I wasn't smoking then. I smoked before that and kind of quit smoking then. You know, smoking. You know what I'm saying. I stopped partaking. So I saw it in the cinema with like after maybe 3 beers. I think we had 3 beers in the pub. Then we went to the cinema. And here's how it went. We went, oh, the new Star Wars is out. The new Star Wars is out. The Phantom Menace. It's going to be amazing. So what we did is we went to the pub and I said, well, there's just this other movie called The Matrix. We should totally see that. And this is pre-internet, really, compared to now. So we go, oh, well, you know, Star Wars is going to blow everything out of the water. So we should go see The Matrix first. Someone said it's like Dark City, but even better. So, okay, we watch The Matrix. Mind blown, right? And then the next night of the weekend, right? It's like we saw Matrix on the Friday, Saturday, right? We'll go and watch The Phantom Menace. And we went to watch The Phantom Menace, and about, an hour and a half in, we're looking at each other like, you reckon we can sneak back into The Matrix? Oh, bless you, George Lucas. No disrespect. I love the Star Wars movies. I like George's prequels. I mean, the last one of the 3 is pretty good. It's the story of Darth Vader, isn't it? How Anakin becomes Darth and all that. Oops, spoilers. It got really sad and everything else and dark, and it was like, yeah, but Darth is dark. That's the dark side. It is dark. It makes sense. The first one was so much a kiddies movie. Having come out of the Matrix, it was just like, really? The sequels they've made since, they did, well, what was the first one? I don't know. They did like a retread of the original movie, killed off a couple of the characters. Then the second one came out. I went to the cinema to see it, hoping it would redeem itself. Walked out of the cinema halfway through going, this is dog shit. Asked for a refund, couldn't get one, left anyway, and I haven't watched anything else they've done since. it was just, yeah, nah, this isn't, I don't know what this is, but it's not for me. Lucas didn't direct any of the prequels. The last, what was it? What were the sequels called? Because they're not very memorable. The first one is just like a copy and paste of the first Star Wars movie, which they keep telling us was always the fourth episode. Not when I watched it in 16mm in 1977. It wasn't. It was just called Star fucking Wars. Yeah, the new Disney ones, yeah, they were just shit. They were shit. The first one was a retread. The second one I couldn't even be bothered to finish watching. The third one I couldn't give a shit about. Apparently one of the plot points is somehow the Emperor came back. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I'm sorry, but just the cinema, it's just garbage. It's just garbage. Even the one, the second one, oh, they found Luke. If it had been written properly, when the Rey girl meets up with Han Solo's son, having just killed his father, and they fight over the lightsaber should have shook in the ground, flown across the screen, and Luke catches it. That's how that fucking movie should have ended. That would have been Star Wars, but no. Yeah. Mandalorian, Season 1, Season 2. Do not watch any further. It stops making sense after those two seasons. Season 1 and 2, brilliant story arc, satisfying ending, everything else. Third one, why is that guy doing that? And it never fucking explains it. Andor was like Rogue One. It was just really, really great writing, great characters, compelling and satisfying to watch. Boba Fett, kind of, I enjoyed it, but it did feel a bit more like a cashing in than a new story kind of deal. I don't know. It wasn't as strong as Mando, and it certainly wasn't as strong as Andor, but it was okay. Yeah, Mando 1 and 2. This is the way. And I don't want to spoil the ending of season 2, but that's the end for me. After season 2, don't watch anymore. Leave it at that. You will never feel more satisfied with the writing or the characters than you do at the end of season 2. Yeah, end of season 2, you're like, oh. yeah, me as well. Yeah, it made me cry. It did. I welled up. I really did. Such a great ending. Such an uplifting, great ending. Season 3 did not need to happen. Season 3 felt like, oh, we're onto something. Cash in. And it just wasn't as good. It felt like they'd written the story arc for season 1 and 2. And season 3 is just a bit tacked on. You know, it just feels a bit like Police Academy 27 at that point. Oh, 1,000 times better than the new Star Wars movies. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the Andor is a great series. Yeah, Andor is brilliant. Slow burn. It's more like it's the Breaking Bad of Star Wars. That's my thing. So it starts slow, it builds slow. The characters become you learn who they are, how they operate, how they think, how they work, what they're likely to do, and it all kind of comes together at the end in a brilliant way. And they have lots of meth in Andor. Kinda, yeah. It has that story that's plausible all the way through. Yeah, Andor is Star Wars for adults. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I would say that's completely fair. I think most kids watching Andor would be going, it's a bit boring. You know, where's the pew pew? Oh, there's pew pew, but it takes a long time to get to pew pew, and when you get to pew pew, the adults watching it are rooting for the characters they care about, you know? It's Strombari and Big Man Force. I've worked for both people. I say worked. I did the work for free, but I still worked for them. So for Paul there, formerly Strombari or also Strombari, where's my creds? What was the character I played? Mouse or something? Yeah. One-man shows with no budget. Yep, exactly. I was happy to do it, mate. I was happy to do it. Oh, we all need credits. Link the video. Oh my god, I'll have to find it now. Paul, link the play series. It's me doing a mild London accent with a little tint of aggression on top, and it fit the character. I thought it was like, I was like, I think this is right for the guy you're talking to. He's all mouth and no trousers, so of course, you know, the protagonist kicks the shit out of him, but that's fine. But yeah. There's Mouse at that timestamp. Right, here we go. I'll get a copyright claim, but I'll just delete that bit of the video.
Mouse, I need some information.
We all need something.
We all need something.
Maybe 50 million credits. Would that help?
Maybe. What do you need?
Maybe. What do you need?
I need to find Zero Cool.
Forget it. He'll send his assassins and break every bone in my body.
Forget it. He'll send his assassins and break every bone in my body.
What do you think we would do?
Okay. Why do you want to find him?
Okay. Why do you want to find him?
It's between him and us. Let's just say we need his skills for something important.
Fine. But you didn't get it from me.
Fine. Still, like, hurting and bleeding. But you didn't get it from me.
Okay? I've got enough problems already.
I've got enough problems already.
Now, tell me.
He's currently hidden within the office of an Omnitech mining operation in Longest Road. I think he's hacking some sort of biological materials research centre there.
Okay.
I can't remember that line, it was too long.
Okay, but you better stay quiet about this.
Okay. Now where's my creds?
If he's there,
Okay. Now where's my creds?
you'll get it. If not, I'll be back for you. General?
Alright, we'll leave it there. Creds, please. Yeah, so he gave me the lines and all that, you know. But the pacing's good as well, yeah, it is. So the way you've edited that to get that pacing, that's just, that's brilliance, mate. That's peak work. I didn't even think about a nut kick. I was thinking more like he'd done the lower ribs with a hook or something. So I was like, oh, I did that. I swear to God, I recorded that with this microphone. Excuse me. This SM58. You've seen a million of these on every stage in the world, right? So one of these, and I was in our living room downstairs. I wasn't up here, right, with the proper mic and acoustic treatment. I had none of that. I was just in my living room with a duvet over my head, recording the lines to make them sound isolated. So if you wanted to add reverb later, you could, and, you know. Oh, I don't know. I was like really invested in making sure I did a good job, kind of thing. This mic is a much better mic than that. These retail for about $80 US. But they are the absolute most bulletproof microphone on the planet. You can hammer the stage back together, put all the nails back in with it, plug it back in, and do the show. I mean, they really are a bulletproof mic. I'm not even joking. I've fucking done that with them. I mean, you could easily inflict serious damage on someone with one of these. And they are a good mic, but they don't have the high-end range, and they don't have the articulation that a broadcast mic has, like this one. So, you know, is what it is. You know, I'm doing broadcast type stuff, therefore using a broadcast mic. Why all comp was so loud you can hear the fan. Yeah, that's it. As soon as you get the acoustic treatment on the walls, all the ambient noise in the room also collapses. Makes such a difference to the audio. Like now you're hearing me, and as soon as I stop talking, all you can hear is the game. There's no background noise to speak of. In some of my old videos, you can hear noise on the mic cable from dimmers and other electrical things in the house. You know, it's far from perfect. Far from perfect. I think it's pretty good now. Well, yeah, the laptop mic thing, I mean, yeah, it's typically it's about the same quality as the microphone on a phone, and those microphones are fine. What they are not good at is handling any other environment than a studio. So you've got to be in an acoustically treated environment. Otherwise, it picks up everything and anything in that environment that it probably shouldn't. Do you think PRK will ever have the new engine? I kind of hope so, but I don't know that it will. I'm okay that it doesn't, because as a game environment to play the game in, it's so much nicer than live. I miss the accurate shadows and better lighting and the grass and all the plugins you can use with DX9 that make it look even better than that. But would I rather that or a server where people follow rules and people breaking them pay for those indiscretions? Well, it's not a difficult choice, really. Right, back in a minute, getting a beer. Rot-row Pained Panther is on my ass. He's gonna die. Bliers drow. No, I'm not. Well, maybe not quite this time. I came pretty close though. Go for the defensive. There we go. Excuse me. I'll get one down. Then I may need to run away. Wasn't sub for some reason. I'm now. Oh man. Well, you know. Thank you for the sub. If it's on Prime, you have to manually renew. Run away! Go on, reset, reset, reset. There you go. You wasn't subbed to Big Man Force's YouTube channel. Oh, I am. Holbear gifted a tier 1 sub. 2 Big Man Force. They've gifted 125 subs to the channel. That's a lot of subs, dude. Thank you very much. You wait for Subway or something. What? No more ads for you. Can I? No, too far away to loot. It's kind of a... I don't know which one's the one I just killed. Yeah, nothing on either, so... Right. Let's pull Pained over here now. We're ready for him. Come here, Tidgy. Howling, whatever. We got a Strawberry sub and a Pepsi. That's a nice Wednesday. Yeah, I got a solar eclipse and a few beers. Also, a good Wednesday. But no pred armor. Well, not today. Not in the last few kills, no. I should have waited to kill these, then got the beer. That would have been more sense. It is very random though. You'll kill for 2 or 3 days non-stop, get nothing, and then all of a sudden within 2 or 3 drops you get 4 or 5 pieces. Well, you get 2 or 3 pieces. And it's like, oh wow, you know, my luck has changed, and then you get nothing again for another 10 days or whatever. Right, with these I think I need to start clearing, don't I? There we go. We've cleared this area. Was it a total eclipse? No, it was about 90-something%. I did get a few pictures. I put them on the Discord. But yeah, nothing to write home about. Yeah, it was at like 90-odd% in a few places here. Not sure. Where did I share it? I don't think it shared it everywhere because I'm not proud of the pictures. Yeah, if I could have found the fucking charger for my DSLR, I could have put that in, put on the telephoto lens with the ND filter and got some, like, you know, the sun fills the frame kind of pictures. where you can see the detail on the sun and all that. Here, the only thing that happens is it gets... Well, it depends. It depends on the type of eclipse you experience. If you get a what do they call it? Totality eclipse, so the sun is completely blacked out. You get the halo around it, and you can see the plumes coming off the sun. I've seen that only once, and it is utterly humbling and gives you your sense of place in the universe. The plumes coming off are bigger than the Earth, and they're like, you know, going out and becoming the solar wind, and oh my god, it's amazing. But I have only seen that once. And yeah, the shadows get freaky. Have you noticed how the light gets green and looks like dusk, but green dusk? The birds go quiet, all the animals go quiet. Oh yeah. For me, it's pretty cool. Looks like the Matrix, yeah. There's a video essay on YouTube. The guy's going, oh, the remastered Matrix has this green hue whenever they're in the Matrix. I don't think they should have done that. And it's like, dude, that was in the original movie. It's not new. That's the fucking movie. I have a VHS of it. I have a DVD of it, and it was in the original film. Every time you are in the Matrix, even when you don't know you're in the Matrix, at the beginning of the film, you know, Mr. Anderson, you don't know you're in the Matrix. As far as you're concerned, it's the real world. It's late 20th century, wherever it is. And we were alive at that time, and that's how the world looked and felt. You know, not tinted green, but everything else. And we didn't really notice that it was green when that was happening until Neo wakes up in the real world, and then suddenly all the reds and everything come in. The yellows, the reds, the ambers, the magentas, the warm tones that film captures, they all come piling in. Neo is in like pinky red goo. He's in that whatever jello the fuck it is that he's in, with all the tubes plugged into every orifice and new orifices that we shouldn't have. Yeah. And the guy's like, oh, well, they remastered it and made the Matrix green. It's like, no, they fucking didn't, mate. I was there. It was green. It had a green tint. That was the whole thing. The Matrix was artificial and pasty, and it had this kind of feeling of pestilence about it. You know? Follow the white rabbit. Yeah, and then that gorgeous girl shows up with the white rabbit tattoo. But if you look at the white rabbit tattoo again now when you rewatch it, she's an odd olive colour, and the white rabbit is pale green. Very pale green, but it has a green tint to it. It depends how good your TV is or whatever, you know, that you're watching it on. Yeah, the Matrix movie brought in East Asian movie making influences into it that the Western world largely had never seen in 1999. So the Matrix moves they do, you know, bouncing around the room, running up and down walls, and making these incredible jumps and stuff, was all brand new to us, but to people watching like Japanese movies, they were like, oh, this is in the style of traditional Japanese theatre, and we expect to see it in a movie, you know. So it was quite a melding of ideas and stuff that happened. It was really cool. I also kind of felt like, I mean, I've got the box set, so I've got Matrix 1, 2, and 3. I even like the fourth one they did, even though it's incredibly self-referential, even in the dialogue inside the movie, where they basically say, you know, the Wachowskis say, we were told by the studio if we didn't make the movie, they were going to make one anyway, and we couldn't fucking allow any dick suit to organise the next movie, so we'll do it, even though we don't want to. Our story was done with the end of Matrix 3, but they've told us if we don't make another one, they will, and that would be worse than being forced to make a new movie. That is part of the lore of the fourth movie, which is why I enjoy it. It's like, look, guys, I know we're sorry, but if we don't do it, they will, and it'll only be worse in every possible way, so we're doing it. You know. Hollywood. And now he waits for the next spawn. Yeah, the stuff I did for Big Man Force. Can I find it? Bebop is still the best gun. What? Bebop on dead. What? What are the other answers? No, not Bebop. Bebop. It's like they don't. They're fucking. Yeah. AI thumbnail part 3. The only Bebop build you'll need. What the fuck is that? Fuck all to do with Anarchy Online. Okay. It's like they just don't want people to know. It's like they don't want us to know the goodness of the Bebop videos. There you go. So the only way you can do it is go exact name. Oh, did you make some cyberpunk machinima as well? I might have to watch that. You did all these. I saw these and I thought they were great. Your YouTube channel is as disorganized as mine, is all I gotta say. I don't even know where to find the videos that I took part in. Anyway, they're on there somewhere. I just don't know where. Yeah, oh, my tiny little role in those videos is the narrator. The narrator is inside your head, so it sounds like I
saw Bebop bepping his way to the ICC shuttle port after making his daily deliveries to the old Athen vendors.
Like, the whole thing is great. To do the Spielberg efficiency camera work, though, study that, and you could really make something special.
Judith Duncan, urgent messages await you. Please turn on your comm link. Commander Baker, please contact reception.
Hi there. What do you think about the political situation on Rubi-ka?
Just that political opinion, Beps. Fucking genius.
The shuttle from Omni-1 has just arrived. All pilots are advised to enter into basic training right away.
We find our sad robot friend in the same place we last saw him, standing by a car that seems to have some kind of fascinating appeal to him. So fascinating, in fact, that he hasn't noticed a nearby keeper of the peace that's taken a keen interest in him. The peacekeeper begins mumbling and ranting to himself, as though he is trying to convince himself of a tough but necessary decision.
Yeah, so that's my little bit in that, but I'm getting attacked by a mob, so... Yeah, what Spielberg did was try and save film cans, right? WreckerWarsOf.com. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so what Spielberg did originally was try and save film while he was filming, and it's so he created certain cinematic techniques in order to do it. He inadvertently created artistic techniques that keep you in the moment of the story that he's filming, and he twigged what he'd done very quickly and became, you know, one of the biggest directors and movie makers in Hollywood ever. But it was almost accidental. He was trying to save film, so he would use the same camera on the same dolly to complete a shot and just change the lens or the point of view or make the actors move in a certain way. You know, things that would be very difficult to do, making machinima kind of stuff. But if you could nail that, man, wow. Yeah. 50 gazillion views. It's in all his cinematic work as well. It's something I think he learned early on, pre-Hollywood probably. And there's examples of it in his lesser films, like Munich from 2005. You look at what the camera does and what the actors do in the scene, and how he uses things like broken windows to focus the story and the audience on important moments and situations. And it's all done initially as an exercise in let's not waste tons of film and spend extra days paying the actors, you know. But what it ends up doing is telling the story in a more riveting and, I suppose the word, it holds the audience's attention in a much better way. Yeah, I watched a video not long ago about him and his cinematic technique. Give me a second. I don't know how you would do it in a game of any kind, but the way he uses the camera, excuse me, history. Oh, let's delete that one because it had nothing to do with AO. Excuse me. I'll find it in a minute. I know I watched it today. Is it not in my history? Why is it not in my history? That's weird. That's all the stuff I watched last night. Where's it gone? I can't find the damned video, and I know I watched it. That's just weird. Oh, there it is.
With a physical production.
Yeah. So this guy is another filmmaker. Here we go. That worked with Spielberg, with Nolan, a few other people. And there was a thing he noticed about the way Spielberg shot stuff that he's gone on to use in his own work, and he's only benefited from it. I would know how to do that with a real camera. I don't know how you would do that with a game. That'd be very difficult to do. But not impossible, but difficult. Added to playlist. There you go. Yeah, watch it later, dude. See if you can pick anything up from it. This is a guy who's worked with the guy, recounting what he learned from him and why it's so important. Because it saved him tens of thousands of dollars or whatever on production by copying the way Spielberg economically uses cameras and actors, and gets 5 shots out of one setup, and manages at the same time to tell the story in a certain way that people don't feel they're being told a story, but actually are. Yeah, it's quite a thing. It's quite a, it's the fact that the other guy is a filmmaker that he's picked up on. Wait, I see it now. I see what he's doing. He's trying to be efficient and bring the production in under budget. To please the suits in Hollywood, even though he's Spielberg, and honestly, they just give him carte blanche, wouldn't they? But he still operates the same way, and inadvertently operating that way tells the story better than multiple cuts and whatnot. The way he can keep using the same roll of film, keep using the same camera and dolly setup, and just change a lens and film the next scene without changing anything else. It's genius, really. Do we get... where'd you go? Where'd you go, my little dude? Oh, we're gonna have to delete some loot. But he uses, there he is. Nothing on him either. Oh well. Yeah, well worth a watch if you're in the business of trying to make cinematic content, I think. Yeah, when you go, I'm like that. I'm the same way with music. Coming from a musical background and being a musician, when I hear productions on in live environments, I'm like, how the fuck are they getting that? You know, that sounds amazing. How are they doing this? How are they dealing with that? How are they, you know? So you kind of halfway sat there, kind of trying to take it all in as the show, but a part of you is kind of narrating your journey, going, how the fuck do they do that? You know, so I mean, I don't even think that's in any way a bad thing. I don't think that's negative. That's part of it. Makes it twice as entertaining. On one level, yeah, because I'm going, how is he getting that on the guitar and this and how are they getting that? You know, I'm analysing at such a granular level, and I wish sometimes I could just switch that off and listen. But I've always been like that. I've always, when I hear things, my brain's like, how do you make that do that? Yeah, that's just being a creative, I think. If you're a fellow creative, you can't help but do that, you know? And people like that guy in that video help explain their journey to what they observed as a filmmaker in the physical world, how it influenced them and how they used what they learned to make their own storytelling better. And it really does with this guy, because he shows you what he's copied effectively. Well, he's copied the technique. He hasn't copy-pasted what Spielberg did. He's used Spielberg's technique to tell his own story, and it's brilliant for it. So, anyway, getting a beer. It's not a cult. But of course, I'll see you later. I'm driving back into Dune. I'm trying to rebuild my base. But have fun, dude. Have fun. Hit us up on Xenophon. Storm are there. Bunch of great people. Space Quest is there. Spluggy, Nomi, Gear. All those guys. They're all awesome. And I'm there kind of like a bit. Xenophon. Starts with an X. A server. Yeah. What the fuck server am I on? Give me a sec, I'll tell you. I don't even know. Wait. I'll tell you. Desktop, where's Steam? Steam is here somewhere. Oh, you try. Oh, right. Did you back up your base and everything before that happened? I haven't played in months. I haven't played much. I've kept my base going. I've set up deep desert base for farming, so the guild can use the base to farm stuff in the A row. Yeah, if you want, I'm not saying hand-me-downs and gifts, but if you want a bit of help, give me a sec. Can we get this up before the respawn? And will Anarchy crash if I do so? It shouldn't do. I've got like a gazillion cores on this computer, so it should handle it. Compiling shaders. My old character was 111 with a battle chopper, but he was on a private server. Oh yeah, that's gonna suck then.
I dream of it.
Yeah, you dream of it, I live it, son. So Xenophon Siege Leg. That's the server we're on. Yes, it's the Xenophon server. Siege Leg, so I'm just in the living quarters right now of my base. There's my base. It's my, Hagger base anyway. Some motherfucker been griefing my base again. Oh no. Yeah, what they've been doing is underneath here, one block in this direction is worm sand. I'll show you. Yeah, see, the danger thing is there. So I know some twat has been coming out and placing a thumper over there to bring the worm in. Under my pretty floating rings. That's pretty, it's not that big. This is my base. This is my main top hangar. So I've got the carrier in there. And then hangar number 2. Carrier number 2 and the Hoover. And then over here, got main hangar. It's got my assault, etc. in it. This is the guild storage area. So there's my spicer. The big one. Need a bit more spice and farmage. We got the spiral staircase of doom guild storage is in here. And through here is totally not a cult guild meeting area. But I've also got, you know, every week go out, build a DD base, and then the guild has, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 bases here, I think. Landstrad. Oh, our guild is number 1. Usually is. Anyway, so yeah. This is my personal base. Space Quest builds way better bases than me. So it's Xenophon. Exit to main menu. Does it not say? Servers. Yeah, Xenophon. See, I've got friends everywhere. Siege Leg is where most of the guild are. There you go. You come here, you come there, bro, and I'll help you out. It's an EU region. That might be a bit of a bummer for you. I don't know. It's EU region because I live in the fucking EU, so I've got 17 ping. Yeah, but you can look in other worlds. You don't have to look in US worlds. All right, let's jump out of here. It is a good game. It just gets a bit repetitive at endgame, you know, with all the grind. Which I actually thought was pretty cool at the time when they were talking about introducing it. It was like, give it to me now. And then when you expect, I thought it only was like it was 30 levels of research you had to do, not fucking 100 each. Once I found out it was 100 each, I was like, oh my god. Robotic Carlos, okay. Okay, do I sound normal again? Gonna die, oh, fucking died. Radio host Kalos is back. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, sometimes no need to exit to main menu. You may find that when you do exit to main menu, you get a lot less hassle with other stuff as well. You no longer sound like a clanker. Whoa, what's this? Deus Ex? Mankind Divided? Oh, I can't cast it because I can only cast it with infuses and or the other one. Oh well. I think that's because Dune Awakening hooks your microphone for in-game chat, etc. We'll heal. We'll heal. Yeah, I just unplugged my audio interface and plugged it back in. That usually fixes it. It's a bit fucking hit it over the head with a hammer, but it works. Right, I can't cast the higher piercing weapons thing, I think. So I've got 524, which is going to make my weapons OE. Yes, they are. I mean, I could blow one of these, so I will. Now they're not OE. So let's go back to Ritwell. Go kick some ass. Excuse me. We'll do one more round and then call in it. Oh, you meant there's no need to... Oh, right, yeah, you're probably right. I just did anyway, because, you know, running 2 games at the same time. But generally, I log out that way. So I log out to main menu, then I log out completely. For some reason, that stops me disappearing into the bottom of the base and having to destroy part of the base to get back out. Okay, we got a bit of a dodgy zonage here. Yeah, this is going to fail and I'm going to have to go through sideways. Yep, kind of knew that was going to happen. And sideways fixed it. I have no idea how that works, but that's how that works. Nothing on either of those, so we'll go over to the next 2. Yeah, I think the June game wants to drop the sample rate or something. It's weird how it can't accept standard system settings. I don't know what that's about. I think that's the corpse from before. Yep, it is. Let's get fully healed, fully everything, with the stupid ass coils that I hate. I do. I hate the coils. Gauto! It's going to be the last one, so if you brought sandwiches, now is the time. You get them out and start eating them, because it all ends after this fight. You died. Did you drop? Nope. Shock horror. No. Oh, never mind. Right, we'll go park ourselves somewhere safe, and then it's time to say goodnight. And the next stream will be Friday. I'm working tomorrow night. Can't stream while I'm working. For lots of reasons that would include getting me arrested for breaking the law, sharing personal information, and yada yada yada. No, not happening. So if I'm in work, I'm working. If I'm not, then I'm streaming. Right. I will be back on Friday, so thank you for the resubs, thank you for the bits, thank you for the follows, and I will see you all in the next one. Until then, bye for now.